right? Proverbs 22. Let's call this one Sketches and subtitle it, understanding that there are times in life when we think we know stuff, but we actually need a little bit of counsel, which is in a lot of ways the reason why a lot of these Proverbs are being mentioned and why this chapter in particular stands out, as it gives us another reminder of why the Proverbs are being written in general and the value that the writer is hoping they will have to the listener in this chapter, where once again, money is going to be an issue that they give advice on or wise counsel on at least 9 times, or at least 9 times as I saw in this chapter. God is going to seem to come up roughly 6 or 7 times, even though it wasn't as clear to me in this chapter as maybe in others. Righteousness, again, is going to seem to come up 6 or more times, understanding that some of these concepts overlap. And hearing in particular is going to be an issue in verses 17 through 21, where, as we mentioned, the writer takes another pause to give a purpose statement for why he's even wasting his time to talk at all, understanding that hopefully he is not wasting his time as much as he is able to effectively counsel his listener then, and God willing, us now. But one of the recurring themes that I think I saw in this chapter is the way in which money is not as important as a number of things. Some similar to some warnings he has issued in past Proverbs, reminding me of one of my favorite record labels when I mention from time to time, God Over Money, where their whole mission seems to be helping us to understand through music the way in which God is more important than money. And not just that, the way in which there are probably even more things in life we would do well if we learn to prioritize them over money, something that the proverb writer seems to be helping us to understand when he says that favor or a good name is to be valued more than money. Likewise, being trustworthy or having a good heart, and likewise, a wise and trustworthy tongue is to be valued more than money. And then finally, your skills are to be valued more than simply having money, because money is often nothing more than a derivative of your skill set, a skill set that this writer is going to help us remember that if we sharpen it enough, it can actually take us into places where, if we're truly blessed, money is no longer even an issue. But beyond that, as the proverb writer is redirecting our attention to why he gives us advice like this regarding money and other issues that can simply help our lives go a little bit smoother, he caught my attention when he said in verse 21, or verses 20 and 21, "Have I not written for you 30 sayings of counsel and knowledge, to make you know what is right and true, that you may give a true answer to those who sent you?" Understanding that in the last chapter, we talked about the difficulty of living life according to our own moral compass. One of the things I didn't emphasize so much is one of the things that caught my attention in that verse. And that's the way in which, even when we are at our best, we don't necessarily know what is right and wrong, because it's often coming through the lens of what we want to do. And the value of having an objective witness or an objective friend is they help us to see past our own self-interest to a consistent standard of right and wrong that goes beyond what is simply best for us, helping to keep us out of a trap that we are all prone to from time to time, and that is hypocrisy. And to the degree that we have lived long enough to appreciate friends that can help us avoid either the shame or the loss that can be associated with hypocrisy or inconsistency or double standards, the writer of the Proverbs is reminding us once again that there is no greater wisdom, no greater counsel as to what is objectively right and wrong than the counsel and wisdom that comes from the one who made us.